Welcome to this explainer. Let's be real for a second. If you're a product manager right now, your feed is absolutely swamped with basic, generic AI prompt lists. You know the ones. Give me 10 feature ideas for an app. Well, today, we are moving way past that. Our core mission is to uncover a genuine end-to-end AI workflow specifically designed for product managers. We're basing our journey today on Atir Abdulrauf's incredibly comprehensive guide, which details 45 distinct ChatGPT use cases. If you're looking to elevate your product game and essentially turn AI into your most effective, hyper-productive junior chief of staff, well, you are in exactly the right place. Let's dive in.
Right out of the gate, we've got to acknowledge the elephant in the room, the hype fatigue. As Atir points out early in his guide, it really feels like it's been raining AI prompt templates lately. You're probably thinking, oh great, not another one of these carousels, right? But what makes this specific source material so incredibly valuable is its grounded pragmatism. We aren't here to just blindly drool over a new tech tool. We're here to look at what actually works in a PM's messy, chaotic daily life. We have to acknowledge that you are going to get mixed results. Some outputs will literally blow your mind, and others, well, they're going to require a whole lot of human refinement.
And that brings us to the absolutely crucial takeaway summarized perfectly in this quote from our source material. While ChatGPT can surely fast-track productivity, it can't replace a product mind yet. Honestly, this is the foundational thesis of our entire explainer today. Think of AI as your eager, incredibly fast junior chief of staff. It's got the speed, it's got the processing power, but it absolutely requires your strategic product mindset, your deep user context, and your constant course correction to actually yield meaningful, launch-ready results.
So here is our roadmap for the explainer. 1. The AI product mindset. 2. Crafting strategy and models. 3. Executing perfect product copy. 4. Analyzing customer feedback. And finally, 5. The final PM verdict. Let's get to it.
Section 1. The AI product mindset. Setting the stage.
So before you even start typing, Atir lays out some brilliant foundational rules for interacting with large language models. Guardrails, essentially. First off, expect those mixed results. You simply cannot use what the AI emits word for word most of the time. It's a first draft, always. Now, here's a really cool formatting trick. Explicitly ask the AI to tabulate its results. Seriously, it completely changes how usable a data is for a PM. Furthermore, Atir uses a system where you take a proven prompts template and swap out the placeholder text, the bolded blue text, with your exact hyper-specific product context. A pro tip here? Describing your product by mentioning a popular competitor helps shorten the prompt immensely because the AI already knows the competitor's baseline. Just remember, the real secret sauce here is iterative refinement. You have to converse with it. Moving right along to Section 2. Crafting strategy and models, high-level PM tasks. To really demonstrate this high-level capability, the guide uses Gibson-Biddle's DHM model. If you aren't familiar with it, this is a phenomenal product strategy framework that answers one vital question. How will your product delight customers in hard-to-copy, margin-enhancing ways? So D is for delight, H is for hard-to-copy, and M is for margin-enhancing. Now, the AI might not know every single niche framework out there natively right off the bat, but the beauty is you can always train it first. And this example brilliantly illustrates that exact training process. Here, the PM first feeds the definition of the DHM model directly into ChatGPT. Then, they ask it to act as a product manager for a web analytics tool similar to Google Analytics. And the result? It's kind of amazing. The AI structures a highly relevant, deeply thought-out strategy. For delight, it suggests predictive insights, like identifying high bounce rates using machine learning before they ruin a campaign. For hard-to-copy, it suggests a unique browser extension data collection method. And for margin enhancing, it pitches a tiered pricing model with premium consulting services. By setting the framework constraints up front, the output goes from generic fluff to a genuinely usable strategic starting point. Which brings us to competitive intelligence and positioning. Look at the stark difference here. It's literally night and day. A lazy, generic prompt like, write a strategy for a restaurant app, is going to get you a lazy, useless answer. But look at the contextual prompt recommended here. It is incredibly rich. It specifies that it's a SaaS platform for direct selling, it explicitly avoids third-party marketplaces, it targets the US market, and it highlights a very unique value proposition, auto-suggested seasonal push notification campaigns. If you want your AI to actually help with heavy lifting like competitive intelligence, you must feed it these explicit constraints and detailed business realities. Garbage in, garbage out, right?
Section 3. Executing perfect product copy, the time saver.
Okay, so we've talked high-level strategy, but what about the daily grind? Transactional emails are a perfect example. In this scenario, the PM is working on a mobile edtech platform helping non-native speakers learn Spanish. The prompt simply asks for a boilerplate welcome email that links out to tutorials and encourages user retention. In a matter of seconds, the AI drafts a perfectly structured message. And what's great is it includes clear placeholder brackets for links to tutorial videos, customer testimonials, and community forums. It does the structural heavy lifting for you. You can even tweak this further on the fly by asking the AI to make the tone humorous, or brief, or highly motivational.
But honestly, where the magic really happens for those tedious, time-consuming tasks is edge case documentation. Writing success and error messages for a dozen different edge cases is notoriously draining. But by utilizing that tabulate command we talked about earlier, the AI perfectly organizes all these messages. Add payment method yields a success message. Insufficient funds yields a precise error message. It formats the entire list into a clean, totally developer-ready table. This is literally hours of busy work condensed into a 30-second prompt. It's a massive time saver.
Section 4. Analyzing customer feedback, making sense of chaos.
If you've ever had to sift through user feedback on a platform like G2 or App Store reviews, you know exactly how painful this is. Imagine just a chaotic wall of unstructured, raw user reviews for DocuSign. It's a complete mess. People praising the software in one sentence, complaining about customer service in the next, wishing for better free trial features, expressing data security fears, and lamenting the transition between old and new user interfaces. Trying to manually pull actionable roadmap items from this massive block of text? It's exhausting just thinking about it.
So what's the workflow here? The PM simply pastes this giant wall of text directly into the prompt and asks for a structured summary. And boom, the AI instantly cuts right through the noise. It distills the chaotic text into clear, actionable thematic trends. It explicitly highlights that sure, while the pros generally outweigh the cons, users are experiencing very specific pain points with the organization of bulk forms, editing documents, and notably invalid or expired passwords provided for signing. It completely turns a qualitative headache into a prioritized list of specific product issues for you to investigate.
And you can push this diagnostic capability even further into quantitative analysis. Look at this advanced setup. The context here is a hotel booking website. The core issue, traffic is inexplicably declining by 10% month over month. But here's the twist. They actually have 35% more listings, and they've recently doubled their Google Ads spend. Make it make sense, right? By feeding these seemingly contradictory metrics into the AI and asking it to tabulate possible reasons, descriptions, and countermeasures, the PM gets an instant, highly logical brainstorming partner for root cause analysis. It forces you to look at the board from angles you might have entirely missed on your own.
Finally, Section 5, the final PM verdict, human in the loop.
So, what does this all mean for us? AI is undeniably incredibly powerful for drafting, tabulating, and summarizing huge amounts of data. But you, the product manager, are the absolutely essential human in the loop. You are the one who holds the strategic context. You refine the prompts, you verify the feasibility, you ultimately decide which piece of user feedback actually aligns with your long-term product vision. So having seen how it handles everything from the DHM framework to tedious error messages and messy G2 reviews, I want to leave you with this question. What is the very first task you will delegate to your new AI Chief of Staff tomorrow morning? Take one specific use case from this explainer, open a new chat, and try it on your product roadmap today. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy building.